Poison here for NextGenWalkthroughs.com. Professional difficulty walkthrough for Armia 2. So we're back in this hovercraft thing again on a really linear part. This time Acid's driving, and he was not at all familiar with the controls because I drove the first time. So he's kinda crashing and stuff, but it's not really important. You don't have very much resistance at all on this part. There's the dock right in front of us that you want to land on. We didn't exactly get there for a few seconds, so I cut it. But there's, I guess, no resistance at all in this part, which is convenient. So you're gonna run up here and drop down, and you're gonna have to step jump on the other side. For some reason we couldn't get it to work right there. But if you want, hold the person that's being stepped up for a second, and you'll see there's some guys coming across there, but we were fast enough at it that he was able to just climb up and take them out. Then help me up. And now we're at possibly the hardest part of the game. Right here, these two guards right there, and they suggest like co-op sniping them, but I don't have a sniper rifle, so it's an obvious reason that won't work. So just make sure those guys get taken out at some point and run around to the right. Watch out for some guys on the walkway there, and keep heading around. Here I've got the shotgun mounted on the S system mount, and I'm gonna head into this little tower here. Watch out for people. I couldn't see them in there, but they can't one-hit melee you unless you're almost dead anyway. But if you look at my screen on the top, in this corner is an intel, and it just so happens that I'm going to use this building for cover for much of the rest of this section, and Acid's going to stay on the ground level. Now watch out in that couple story building across from you. If you're careful with your aim, you can get a nade in there. Try to take out some of the guys that are hiding back there. Otherwise, just wait for them to pop out and get a couple shots on them. Now, one thing I must point out is that, oh, by the way, here is the stinger part. There's a cutscene about it. They don't surprise you at all with them, but the one on the left you can actually shoot down, which is what I'm about to do. You don't need to wait for it to target or whatever. Just fire as fast as you can and get it reloaded and fired again. And you can take down some of the enemies. But one thing I must point out is that this is not what I would call very safe cover where I am. I'm pretty safe from that building I was shooting at earlier and from where those guys are over there, as long as I'm to the back. But as far as straight ahead, actually to the right of where I'm looking right now, they can hit you pretty easily. So the only thing I can really recommend is if they do start really nailing you from over there, go like halfway down the stairs quickly, or else they'll start shooting you again. Also, because of the height of the walls, it can be kind of hard to actually get an angle on any of these guys. But the high ground is always good to have, so I'm going to keep it. Once again, Acid's down on the bottom around to the right where we came initially, and he's keeping them from coming this way underneath me, and I'm kind of taking them out from all over the map here. There's a couple different ways to do this, but on this difficulty, without getting downed, this is probably the easiest, which is why we're showing it to you. Overall, just be very careful. Don't take any chances because it is super easy for them to get behind you. When they do, you don't want to get killed from more, get shot from more than one direction. Be careful when you move up. Like, see, Acid on the bottom almost got completely wasted running over back there and getting ammo. And that door he just looked at is where we're going next. But not yet, because we have to clear this whole area. Then that door will explode, and I think more enemies come out of it. so be ready for that. Right now we're just mopping up though. After those two Chinooks, I think a couple guys run in from somewhere up in the mountains. I'm not entirely sure, but just take out the last couple guys, and you're gonna move on to the next section. Yeah, it may not look it, but if you do it like this, it's not super impossible. But if you're doing it with 0 downs like we're doing this guide, this part is maddening. It took us so many tries. But there's the door going. I'm not sure if we do that or if it just explodes. I can't remember. But usually a couple guys will come out of there, so be ready for them. I don't think they did this time. Yeah, there they are. They're in there, and sometimes they'll just run out like immediately. Other times they will wait. And I'm gonna stay up here and get them from the side. I'm just helping Acid out with this because in that building he's in, he has a pretty good amount of cover, and I'm gonna try to, between the two of us, take them down before they can get around behind him. And then I'm gonna come down because we are good. Also, you may have noticed we have not had a checkpoint this entire time, which is part 2 of why this level is so terribly annoying to do. Yeah, we are like super careful coming into this room because we didn't really know if there's going to be any more enemies. But once you, yeah, we're still checking around. Once you get to this door, though, you are pretty much safe. There's a checkpoint in the next room. Also, there's an intel in the next room, which you have to make sure you get. There, as I'm still looking around, but I'm gonna cover that intel and the rest of this level in upcoming videos. See you then.